What's up, guys? It's Flossin. And well, it seems like my superpower strikes again. Anytime I decide to doom post, the devs think it's the perfect time to buff that character. Too bad I'm at war with the Anby mains, so I can't be excited. Anyway, 2.2 livestream happened the other day, and oh boy, we saw some things. New teammates for Anby, a potential buff, and the biggest question of all, does Flossin really hate Soldier Zero Anby? Because I know Anby Nation and all the Anby mains really want to know. A lot of people have been asking me left and right about tons and tons of different questions. So today, we're revisiting Anby for the second time. And hopefully, this is the last time I have to talk about her, so we can finally close the book on this trilogy that I've made. If you guys enjoy videos like these and you want to see more, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It's completely free and lets me know that you enjoy this type of content. Now, with formalities out of the way, let's talk games. Alright, Anby Doom Posting Part 3. Well, not really Doom Posting, but here we are again. I didn't really want to make this, but the devs just had to buff Anby out the wazoo with a new 2.2 livestream. Anyway, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's actually talk about the indirect buffs that Anby is getting, and that's from Seed and Orpheus. So, both Seed and Orpheus are arriving next patch, and honestly, they're going to be spectacular teammates for Anby. Way better than I first expected. People told me Seed would be cracked with Anby, but I wasn't convinced. That is, until I saw her kit. Seed is looking like a quick swap DPS rather than a greedy main DPS. Her kit revolves around her Vanguard mechanic. At the start of battle, Seed chooses a Vanguard, whichever agent has the highest attack on your team, and when that Vanguard uses an EX special, Seed gains an attack and crit damage buff based on their stats. Now, why is this important for Anby? It's important because Anby lives and dies by crit damage stacking. This creates a back and forth buff loop between Seed and Anby. Seed gives Anby the juice, then Anby uses it to pump out damage, then back to Seed. Seed even increases her Vanguard's energy regen while off field, which is pretty amazing for Anby because, let's be real, her downtime between her EX special has always felt painfully underwhelming. So yeah, Seed looks very good for Anby next patch. But even if you're not pulling Seed, there's still Orpheus. She's not a main DPS like her attack class might suggest. She's more of a supportive DPS with her bottled heat mechanic. She deals aftershock attacks when other teammates attack, then uses her laser to consume bottled heat for huge fire damage and a team-wide attack buff. It's also important to note that her attack buff scales off of energy regen. So yeah, better start farming those discs, boys. On top of that, her laser also triggers a quick assist, so team placement will actually matter when you're building rotations. Anyway, the takeaway is pretty simple here. Anby finally has new teammates, and not just generic support teammates that carry her throughout the fight. These are characters that are actually built to elevate her, and that alone is a huge deal for people who like Anby next patch. Now, onto the elephant in the room, direct buffs. During the livestream, it was said that Anby is undergoing intense confidential training and will soon activate her inner potential. TLDR, that kinda sounds like a buff, okay? I don't want to overhype it because we don't know the details, but if they don't deliver here, they might be cooked. Anby has needed adjustments since release, and if this ends up being the real deal, then that's massive. I just hope it's not some vague lore nod that goes nowhere. Still, if she really is getting a buff, I want to see the devs address the core problems. The inconsistencies in her kit, the way her mechanics punish you more than they reward you, and the clunkiness of her rotations. If those are addressed and fixed, Anby is probably gonna start shining a lot more than we expect. Now, I know that this video might surprise a lot of Anby mains because I'm actually not hating on Anby. I actually haven't hated on her once in this video. And because truth be told, I actually don't hate Anby. Guys, when I first started Zenless, curiosity killed the cat. I booted up my first mission, and when I walked in with A rank Anby and played around with her kit, I immediately fell in love with her gameplay. The timing of her basic attack strings, weaving in EX specials between attack strings, and being rewarded for clean dodge counters. It was smooth, it was satisfying, and it was fun. Not to mention her character design, absolute fire. She's laid back, super chill, funny when she can be, but when it's time to protect the people Anby cares about, she never hesitates. She reminded me of Soldier 11 when I finally got her, and for good reason, now that we know why. But both of them reward a timing mechanic in their gameplay, show off unique ways of skill expression, and reward you for dodge counters. Not to mention, they shine the brightest when their backs are against the wall. So when Soldier Zero Anby was announced, I was ecstatic. The poster child of Zenless, now with an S-rank version, this was supposed to be the moment. I thought she'd stand shoulder to shoulder with the likes of Miyabi, Yanagi, Evelyn, even Astra Yao. I know she's not a DPS, but still a top tier character. That's what I expected out of Soldier Zero Anby, and I was ready to pull this character day one, no hesitation. But when she launched and I got my hands on her, I just felt disappointed. Soldier Zero Anby felt rushed, as if the dev said, people will buy her anyway. And yeah, they were right, because I did. I bought Soldier Zero Anby. I bought her engine, I bought her best teammate, I bought her best teammate's engine in hopes that it would fix her issues, but it didn't. No matter what I threw at her, Astra Yao, Nicole, Trigger, good W engines, good disk drives, her kit constantly punished me for playing her. Meanwhile, every other new character was polished, powerful, and borderline just flawless, all releasing back to back with insane kits. And Sambi, it's almost as if she was left behind like a neglected child. And seeing all of that constantly happen just made me reach my breaking point, which is why I made this video. Now, we've already discussed it. The first video wasn't the greatest, and I let my frustrations out about Anby on that video. Of course, I made a follow-up video for clarification because I had to, but I never wanted to make the original video in the first place. I just wanted the agent I invested so much into to shine like the other ones that came out around her. And instead, I got disappointment, I got inconsistency, and I got punished for believing in her. So if anybody expected me to hate on Sambi in this video, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I don't hate Sambi. I actually hate what the developers did to her. Now, like I said before, I am happy about the changes that she could possibly get and the teammates that they're adding next patch. I hope it turns out the best for Sambi, and I'm really excited on what they're going to do in the future with her. But yeah, I think that this is the end of the Sambi trilogy. And I know the only way to move on is to apologize to all of the Sambi mains and Anby Nation. So, Sambi mains and Anby Nation, from the deepest part of my heart, I, Flossin on you, am so very so... Wait, what is that? No, this can't be right. Is that Dingle Bob? Dingle Bob's using my profile picture to cancel me? No, surely this isn't right. I need to check his channel really quick. No. What is this?
Is this your king smoking in 4K outside his own house? Are you telling me you like Hu Tao more than Soldier 11? What if I told you I caught him sending feed pics of Seed the other day? Yes, that's right. Your king, Flossin on you, who was married to Soldier 11, was caught with feed pics of Seed on his hard drive. It's because he likes feet, and I now have evidence to prove so.
So Dingle Bob, you made a whole video on me? You called me a cheater? You said I like feet and brought a good woman like Seed into the crossfire. Okay, you know what? Forget the apology. I'm never apologizing. In fact, I meant every word I ever said about Soldier Zero Anby. She is terrible. She is horrendous. And I hope whatever little buff that you're expecting for her is 30 times worse than Ellen Jones' rework. From this day on, I will be pushing the seed agenda. No more Samby.